Welcome everyone to the market updates for the week of 20th November, and I'll begin this podcast with the market stories that happened this week, starting with Binance. So Binance crypto dominance is under threat after the loss of founder and CEO Zhao. Changpeng Zhao pleaded guilty to breaking US anti-money laundering laws and resigned as the chief executive of Binance. He will pay $50 million fine and faces a possible prison term. As part of $4.3 billion deal to resolve a years-long US investigation, Binance has agreed to pay a settlement to stop the criminal investigation against the company. The US compliance squeeze means that new chief executive Richard Teng will be hard-pressed to keep the exchange competitive. Hedge funds are also reducing their exposure and pulling money from the exchange. And let's move now to the new leader in the world's market cap competition. Apple was the first firm to reach $1 trillion benchmark in August 2018, becoming the largest company based on the market capitalization. However, as of November 26, 2023, the market capitalization of Microsoft has reached $2.57 trillion, which is ahead of Apple with $2.43 trillion at the moment. So within 5 years, Microsoft has managed to actually reach a similar level of capitalization. And even for Apple, this growth of 2.5 times is quite extraordinary. Welcome everyone to the market updates for the week of 20th November. And I'll begin this podcast with the market stories that happened this week, starting with Binance. So Binance crypto dominance is under threat after the loss of founder and CEO Zhao. Changpeng Zhao pleaded guilty to breaking US anti-money laundering laws and resigned as the chief executive of Binance. He will pay $50 million fine and faces a possible prison term. As part of $4.3 billion deal to resolve a years-long US investigation, Binance has agreed to pay a settlement to stop the criminal investigation against the company. The US compliance squeeze means that new chief executive Richard Teng will be hard-pressed to keep the exchange competitive. Hedge funds are also reducing their exposure and pulling money from the exchange. The OpenAI has consistently been making it to the top of news stories since the launch of ChatGPT. However, this week's developments can lead to an outstanding Hollywood movie scenario with lots of twists. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, was fired from his position on 17th November last week after being accused of not being consistently candid in his communications with the board. Ilya Sutskever, board member of OpenAI, has shared this news with Sam, and Greg Brockman, OpenAI's chair and president, has also been removed from the board. Brockman was informed that he could stay at the company but decided to quit anyways. In the interim, Mira Murati, chief technology officer, has become a new CEO of the company. That weekend news felt like it has been done deal. However, this week we have witnessed major developments to this story. The announcement led to an extensive advocacy for Sam Altman, which included the CEO of the largest shareholder in OpenAI for-profit part of the organization, Microsoft, who has not been informed on this decision. On top of that, a couple of senior researchers has followed Sam's lead and announced that they are leaving the firm. They are important stakeholders, however, it was not enough to overturn the decision. In an unexpected turn of events, the in-place of OpenAI, which included 770 employees, headed by Mira Murati, the interim CEO, have threatened to leave the firm and must unless Brockman is reinstated. The letter has specifically stated the following extremely painful message to the board, which was also signed by Sutskever and 3 more board members in addition to the employees. So it stated, "We are unable to work for or with people that lack competence, judgment, and care for our mission and employees." In respect to overall support to Altman, the following reasons were supporting the staff's decision to revolt and write this open letter to the various board members. So first reason is loyalty and respect. The staff admired Altman and Brockman for their vision, leadership, and achievements in advancing AI research and development. They felt betrayed by the board's decision to host them without proper explanation or consultation. Second reason is mission and values. The staff believed that Altman and Brockman were committed to OpenAI's mission of creating and ensuring the safe and beneficial use of artificial general intelligence. They accused the board of jeopardizing the company's work and undermining its decision and values. Thirdly, competence and judgment. The staff questioned the board's competence and judgment in overseeing OpenAI. They claimed that the board lacked transparency, accountability, and care for the employees and the AI community. They also alleged that the board had hidden motives and conflicts of interest. And lastly, opportunity and innovation. The staff saw an opportunity to join Altman and Brockman at Microsoft, where they would have more resources, support, and freedom to pursue their AI research and innovation. They also hoped that Altman and Brockman would continue to collaborate with OpenAI and advance the AI field. So, the scoop has started very suddenly, and it rather ended very abruptly as well. So, prior to the layoff of Altman, OpenAI was rumored to work on the new Q model that would be able to solve complex computational problems with unprecedented precision that would represent a breakthrough in technology. This could be one of the reasons for the way staff and senior employees have reacted. And eventually, it was announced that Sam Altman is to be back to the firm in his CEO role, and the entire coup by the board has led to the board members who voted for Sam's removal are to be gone, and the new board is to be re-elected. Quite a sudden turn in the career for some of the board members. And I would like to conclude this broadcast with the various market movers of this week, starting with US dollar. Investors have been dumping the dollar in a bet that US rates have peaked. The asset managers sold the greenbacks at the fastest pace in a year as the market prices in more rate cuts next year, which should not be surprising as we are at the peak rates for some while. Overall, the US dollar index DXY has slid 0.5% down this week, which makes it a second consecutive week of losses. In terms of overall stock market, it has been volatile this week. The Dow Jones and the S&P 500 both hit record highs on Tuesday, but then fell on Wednesday, quite significantly. Overall, for the week, US equities have performed strongly with 0.33% gain on the Dow Jones and 1.13% gain on the S&P. If we look at the European markets, the markets were also volatile and experienced slightly lower gains of 0.19% for FTSE and 0.23% for German stock constituents of DAX. Despite the development of the story of Binance, Bitcoin's price has not been hit that hard. It has been fluctuating and quite volatile this week. However, by the end of the week, it has outperformed the public markets. It gained almost $1,500 or 3.90%, closing at $37,850 this Friday. In terms of oil prices, they have been trending even lower this week, with Brent oil hitting $80.58 this week, which is 1.03% lower, and WTI crude ending the week at $75.54, which is down 2.02 compared to the last week. This is all for this week's market events. We hope you enjoyed your time listening to this broadcast and learned something new and valuable. Stay tuned for more updates and do not forget to subscribe for more insights and news on the markets. Until then, happy trading!